Hey guys, this is Razor from Things About Tutoring. Today we're going to be doing this 7-mark paper on binomial question. It's from the 2022 paper, so it's pretty new, at least of time of recording. It's just a normal, there's a bit of difficulty in the second part, but the first part's pretty easy. So it's given us this expansion, and it's given us some coefficients that we don't know, a and b. And it's telling us to show that b is equal to 21, and the way I would do this is I would just find the equivalent term in the left-hand side and then just equate them and solve for b. So in the left-hand side, the coefficient of the x to the fifth term would be 7 choose 5 of x to the 5, 1 to the 2. But 1 to the 2 is just 1, so we can get rid of that. And this is equal to b x to the 5. We can cancel the x to the 5s, so it means 7 choose 5 is equal to b. Now the difficult part is evaluating this. So 7 choose 5, just going to do this in the side, is 7 factorial over 5 factorial times 2 factorial. But as we know, 7 factorial is just 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 all the way down. But that's just 7 times 6 times 5 factorial, right? So we can cancel those 5 factorials. So I'm going to leave that there. So that means that b is equal to 7 times 6 over 2, which is 7 times 3, which is equal to 21, and that's what we had to show. So that's a nice little, usually I use this way to evaluate or simplify these sort of binomial coefficient problems. So part B, which is worth 5 marks, this is the bulk of the question, tells us that the third term in the expansion is the mean of the second and fourth term. Find the possible values of x. So the third term is the b term, the second term is the a, and the fourth is this 35. So we don't know a yet, so first we have to find a. So the way I would do that, similar thing, a equals 7 choose 6. I hope you guys can see that, it's the same reason from the previous one. So that means a is 7 factorial over 6 factorial, but that's just 7. So a is 7, nice and easy. So the third term is the mean of the second and fourth term. So the third term is 21x, make sure I copy this right, x to the 5 equals 7x to the 6 plus 35x to the 4, all divided by 2. What I would do here is I would multiply both sides by 2 just to get rid of the fractions. So 42x to the 5 equals 7x to the 6 plus 35x to the 4. And here we can divide everything by 7. They're all multiples of 7. So then we're going to get that 6x to the 5 equals x to the 6 plus 5x to the 4. Bring over this term and then we can start the next part. So the highest power in all of the terms is x to the 4, so we can cancel that out. So, well, not cancel, but factor it out. X squared minus 6x plus 5, and then we should be able to factor this, as x minus 1 and x minus 5 equals 0. So we've got 3 solutions here. We have got the x equals 0, x equals 1, and x equals 5. However, if we go back to the beginning of the question, I'm going to highlight something here for you guys. X cannot equal to 0. They've given us that. So they've said that can't be true because that's sort of like trivial. 1 to the 7 is 1. Okay. So that means that x equals 0 is actually not a solution because they've said it's not. So we can get rid of that. So actually our solutions are x equals 1 and x equals 5. So hopefully that was clear. The question wasn't too bad, it's just you sort of had to understand what they're saying with the mean and what that means for them to be equal. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful. If you guys feel like you need a bit more practice, maybe a bit more revision, have to get ready for your maybe mock exams or your end of year exams or your IB or the such, those exams, then feel free to head over to Things About Tutoring. You can sign up, it's super easy. You can set your own timetable, discuss with your tutor, whatever is comfortable for you, whatever you feel like doing. So yeah, feel free to head over to there. I'll be making more of these videos very soon. And yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you later.